Mark and Jack, I'm so glad the chapter is giving this recognition to you both. You guys have done so much for the AIA and for the evolution of architecture in Guam and Micronesia. You were true pioneers, and there were many of us who were fortunate to work with you in the early days. So I'd like to share with everyone a memory that stands out. The chapter produced a book for the Energy Office, the Guam Energy Office, in the early 1980s, Energy Conscious Residential Design for a Tropical Isle. And Mark and Jack were the authors, along with Steve Lander, and I really enjoyed photographing Mark's house, which we used for the cover. Residential design in those days was a laboratory for us in exploring the tension between the natural island environment and the concrete bunker. I worked on several houses with Mark and Jack, and I think we all learned from each other and worked out our individual styles that informed our work on other building types. For me, that led to the long-term care facility in Barrigada, for which TRSA received a AIA Design Award in 1997. Now, getting to work on houses with both Mark and Jack was a lot of fun. They are two very different guys, and you had to know how to work with them. Mark had big design ideas that were strong but fluid. The fun was in developing the design and working out the details in response to Mark's big ideas, sort of a back and forth design conversation. Jack, on the other hand, was, shall we say, well, Jack had lots of rules about modules, proportions, details, and color. Congratulations, Mark and Jack, on this award, and my sincere best wishes to everyone there.
Well, I'm Lisa Pervito, and I have been Jack's intern, associate architect, and now partner for, over a span of 35 years. My relationship with Jack, clearly he's my mentor. He was very much driven by developing vernacular architecture that was developed within a framework of a grid, and I remember the module was sacred to him. Jack was really heavily influenced by all of the houses that he had studied so closely in Inrahan, Rizzo, and United back in the 70s. And he would really not only just study it, but try and understand the way the forms were derived, and why the slope roofs were done in a certain pitch, and the types of transitions to a flatter slope. You could see a lot of those lessons in the Chamorro village. I would say that in itself was the best representation of his work for vernacular architecture. For Jack, I guess this AIA recognition for you has really been a culmination of all your past effort and work, dedicating yourself to the profession and maintaining the standard of care that we all want to aspire to. And so my hat's off to you, and well deserved.
Passion that Jack has for buildings in Guam, and that's his attention to the building details, whether they're historic or traditional or modern. We did a tour of the Chamorro village 20 to 25 years after it was built, and we went through, and there was hardly any spall. The buildings for Jack has held up, stood the test of time, and that's because of his attention to all the details. His passion is always going to be there, not only at the building design, but just right all the way to the details. And I take my hat. I learned from you, Jack, and we're all hopefully the buildings on Guam will be better because of you. Thank you, Jack.
My name is Tom Camacho, and I'm a structural engineer with Duenas Camacho & Associates. Most recently I worked on some restoration projects with Jack, and these are for the Inarahan homes. And I consider him a historian with regard to Guam architecture and architecture in Micronesia itself. And he's got a signature style, and I appreciate that. Islandy, it's got pitched roofs. I know he likes open free-flowing air through the buildings. He likes to raise buildings. And actually going back to how structures were built and how structures really function in the tropics. I think he had a keen eye for that. It's great knowing you. It's great being your friend. And I just want to say that you have also been a mentor to me. You've taught me a lot. And I respect you both as a professional and as a person. And yeah, best of luck to you and congratulations.
My name is Elizabeth C. Gale, also known as Betty Gale. I did work with both Jack and Mark on the Hagatni Master Plan, and that was an experience because it was about 6 architects all in one room. The ego in the room was so large there was hardly any elbow space, but it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot of interesting facts about Guam working with both gentlemen on that project, and it was a lot of fun.
Hi, my name is Francis Santos. I would hope to be one of Mark's close and dearest friends, and I think from a true spiritual side, I'm his godfather. Our house today is something I think that Mark, put a lot of work into, and we're proud of it. I was too embarrassed to tell Mark that I had another child on the way and maybe I should build another room. So we kind of kept it from him until the building was done. I said, Mark, just so you let you know, we probably need another room, but that's okay. We'll manage with what we got. Mark, on behalf of Mickey, myself, and of course the boys, and of course Mia, on this great moment for you. I'm glad that I'm part of it, and congratulations.
I've always looked up to Mark because he's a lot taller than I am. You look at his professionalism, you look at the people that he's developed, and for so many years, 30, 40, maybe 50 plus years, I don't know. But his mark is on everything. You can see his character, and Mark, thanks for all you've done for me. I think that you were a mentor. You were inspirational. You guided me. You lectured me. You've been a friend to me. And what you've really offered to the island is really developing our young people and carrying on that tradition of setting the standard and doing things very well, doing things right. I'd just like to personally thank you and say, it's great being your friend. It's great laughing with you.
My name is Ramona Jones, and I am Mark's niece and favorite non-rev client. So we recently had the local architect from the LA project come and visit us out here. We made good friends with him. And as we walked around and drove around, we started to talk about projects that Uncle Mark had done. And we were like, oh, and there's the post office that Uncle Mark did, and here's the hotel that Uncle Mark did, and here's the airport that Uncle Mark did, and here's this other building. And so Uncle Mark said, eventually he had to pull us aside and say, it's a little embarrassing. So I think we can stop telling him all the projects that Taniguchi Ruth has worked on. So.
I'd really like to tell Uncle Mark, thank you so much for everything that you do for the family, just in an emotionally supportive way and in a wonderful advisor role that you play to us. You're one of the most fair and just men I've ever met, and I know that you care deeply about everybody, and you bring that to work with you. And when I work with you, I'm able to have somebody that I know always has our best interest at heart advising us. And I think that that's not just particularly true for me as a direct relative, but for many of the people that I've spoken to who have been your clients through the years.
who are your clients currently. So thank you very much for always watching out for us and being such a wonderful parental figure.
Hello, I'm Jean Taniguchi. You know, Kenya often said that one of the best developments, occurrences, events in his life was when he met and subsequently forged a business relationship, business partnership with Mark Ruth, that he didn't need a whole gaggle of friends, that one friend like Mark Ruth would be enough. And in the last 15 years, that has been more than true for me. She's always watched my back. He and Martha have been like family to me. And like Kenya, I'm grateful for the friendship. So I'm really happy that you are honoring Mark tonight and that I can participate. Thank you, Mark.
Hi, Mark and Jack. I really am pleased that the AIA is doing something special here for you. I think you two deserve it. I'm sure you have a ball, have fun, drink lots and enjoy lots, and be an inspiration always to the young ones.